Rapporteur, young researchers, and distinguished guests, good evening. I'm Chamila Kotalavala, and my colleagues Tamara Kotalavala and Chaturani Ratnayaka conducted a study on stakeholder needs in English for legal purposes for Sri Lankan undergraduates, and we welcome you all to our presentation. To begin with, needs analysis is a central device in curriculum development in English for specific purposes. It consists of learners' language performance in the productive and receptive skills to set course goals. The views of stakeholders, who are students, instructors, and others, are important to identify both linguistic and non-linguistic needs. Let me describe the review of literature. Rowley and Roma in 2007 considered collaboration of different perspectives of stakeholders. In addition, Jones and McAlealer in 2012 described conflict that occurred in the stakeholder needs analysis process, as there was a mismatch between the needs of teachers and learners. One of the stakeholder needs analysis in Sri Lanka included Kumartunga's study on collecting multiple stakeholder needs using a variety of methods to design a learner-centered course that caters to Sri Lankan domestic aids in West Asia. The results included the language used in the job, problems and pressures faced by the domestic aids. There are only few studies on needs analysis in English for legal purposes. For instance, Ahmed in 2009 studied the perception of judges in Pakistan with reference to the linguistic adequacy of fresh law graduates. His study was limited to one type of stakeholder. The significance of this study is English for legal purposes courses has not been studied extensively in the Sri Lankan context. Most of all, there is a need to develop teaching materials that fulfill both learning and target needs of law undergraduates. The study was aimed at identifying what learning and target needs do stakeholders perceive as important in order to design an English for legal purposes course for law undergraduates. The selected two university programs were different. In terms of the skills taught, the focus of the English program in University A is teaching the four skills, grammar and vocabulary. But the program in University B only focuses on teaching reading, writing and grammar. The sample of stakeholders included The sample of stakeholders included two heads of the departments of law, the course coordinator of the English program in University B, law lecturers, 10 English instructors, 75 law undergraduates, and 4 lawyers. The research instruments included a questionnaire to collect needs of law undergraduates and semi-structured interviews conducted with law lecturers, English instructors, heads of the departments of law, the course coordinator of the English program in University B, and the lawyers. The methods of data analysis are shown here. The mean values of the responses collected from the questionnaires were calculated. The responses collected in a Likert scale question were analyzed using the 3 levels. To measure whether there is a significant difference in the mean values of the responses given by the undergraduates of each academic year, one-way ANOVA tests were carried out. The sample of undergraduates included 14 first year, 20 second year, 35 third year, and 6 fourth year undergraduates. The majority had their secondary education in Sinhala medium. 55 undergraduates were following the LLB degree in English medium and 20 in Sinhala medium. The responses given in the Likert scale question included the first year undergraduates consider listening and note-taking and conducting dialogues less important, as the mean values are 1.79 and 1.93 respectively. The third year undergraduates consider conducting group discussions less important, with a low mean value 1.94. In terms of reading skills, the fourth year undergraduates had a high preference for reading and identifying specific information and for reading and note-taking, as the mean value is 3.67 for both. All the groups consider summarizing, legal letter writing, report writing, completing a grammar workbook, and using a glossary in the English class highly important, with the mean values that fall in the high level of the decision criteria. According to the ANOVA test, there is a statistically significant difference in the mean values of the important perceived by the undergraduates of 4 academic years in terms of listening and note-taking, debates, group discussions, and summarizing, as the significant levels are below 0.5. The open-ended items of the undergraduate's questionnaire collected learners' linguistic needs. The listening skills include listening to legal proceedings, having exposure to different accents. The speaking skills were presentation skills, negotiation skills, and interpersonal communication skills. The reading skills include understanding difficult words, reading different genres, and critical reading. The writing skills needed were legal letter writing, using formality and analytical skills. The non-linguistic needs of undergraduates include assessing listening and speaking skills, need of audiovisual equipment for listening, and effective use of language laboratories. Further, the majority of undergraduates wanted more time allocated for speaking and writing activities. Many of them preferred if English instructors used effective teaching methods to teach grammar. They also needed models of legal text in writing activities. This table summarizes the needs of other stakeholders. The law lecturers wanted to have English teaching more effective and interesting. They suggested to design English teaching materials with the use of the sections of legal textbooks used in the LLB degree. Also, they needed legal English programs rather than general English programs. They needed the gap between high and low proficiency levels of learners to be minimized, and developing analytical skills of undergraduates too. Especially, the lecturers in University B wanted to have the failure rate of the undergraduates in the English program to be minimized. The English instructors find it difficult to practice listening skills due to the lack of audiovisual facilities and legal text suitable for listening practices. They wanted to get trained in teaching legal English too. The needs of the course coordinator of the English program in University B included curriculum revision, incorporating listening and speaking activities to the ongoing program, training English instructors, conducting classes within the university premises, and making the learner attendance compulsory. Since the classes are held in a school outside the university premises, she commented on that the students told them that they prefer if their classes were conducted within the university premises in a hut even, not outside the university. The needs of the heads of Department of Law in both universities included allocation of lecturers to teach legal English and to make them specialized. Further, they needed to improve communication between law lecturers and English instructors, most of all teaching legal English rather than teaching general English. The most significant learner need is reading the course materials in level 5 and 6 in English medium, even by the undergraduates who follow the LLB degree in Sinhala and Tamil media in University B. Both groups of undergraduates have to make presentations which are forms of continuous assessments. Further, maintaining clarity and accuracy in exam answer scripts is another need. According to the views of the lawyers, the target needs of law undergraduates are mastering English used in different genres of law. It's only the undergraduates who are proficient in English speaking skills are qualified to work in the Supreme Court and Court of Appeal. Even the undergraduates who completed their first degree in the Sinhala medium have to sit for the exam, which is compulsory and conducted by the Law College of Sri Lanka. The lawyers emphasize the need of accuracy in writing skills and mastery of legalese. To conclude, this needs analysis consists of learners' language performance in the productive and receptive skills that help to set course goals. The identification of both learning and target needs was based on the views of 104 stakeholders in 2 university English programs. The data collected were of 2 types, linguistic and non-linguistic needs. Our study emphasizes the necessity of incorporating stakeholder suggestions into the ELP programs in Sri Lankan universities, and the results of this study can provide a basis for curriculum planning. The recommendations include the university English programs should teach legal English rather than general English. Activities should be selected as per the preference of undergraduates, which differs according to the academic year. The gap between high and low level of proficiency should be minimized. Both law lecturers and English instructors should work together to revise the curricula of the ongoing English language programs. The university English instructors should be given training in teaching legal English. There should be considerations to minimize the failure rate of the undergraduates in the English program of University B, and measures should be taken to conduct classes within the university premises by the administration of University B. The future researchers can study the difficulties faced by each stakeholder and the means of incorporating their suggestions into ELP courses. Thank you very much, and I welcome your questions.